comfortable in the shit. Just have to be some picture chair. I'm bored of chair. Come on, I don't want to sit on this chair. I'm gonna just get another.
I'll get another chair.
Okay. My guys about to be good. We Lizard, stop being in your phone and scrolling.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Oh,
damn,
live here. I really been looking to like the same.
What? Damn, looking crazy. That class was lit. You see, sweated out everything. Like what? I'm gonna have to wash again. What? No.
What time is it right now?
It's crazy.
7:20. How y'all Sunday going? Who's out
Talk to us. Let's talk. Ask us some questions. How y'all doing? Y'all staying sanitized and clean?
Facts. How y'all keeping yourselves busy in the crib?
For real. Wax on. Wax off. Clorox. Lysol.
Oh.
Sanitizer.
With the
Clean your hands. Oh, we about to.
Thank you. Why am I itching?
There's so much sense in here. Y'all got mad cocoa butter and oil.
I'm dead.
Setting the mood.
Hi, shorties.
Oh.
So I guess I'll
I
start.
can't even see the number.
I'll start with the first question. It's like four people in right now. So I guess everybody could just go around and introduce themselves, where they're from, and the style of dance. If you just don't want to say a style of dance, you just dance whatever you want to say. But I would just leave it with that. So.
All right. So my name is Corinne Jimenez. My style is heels. So I teach beginners heels, intermediate / advanced as well. And I'm from Manhattan, New York.
Sorry, Renee, wanna go? Or is going in line? Hey guys, my name is Sarah. My dancing name is Cookie Monster. I don't mind what to go by, but yeah, I'm a dancer. I wouldn't really say. Well, I only teach female dancehall right now, but I wouldn't say that I'm only a dancehall dancer. To be honest, if I would describe myself. I like all styles of dance, to be honest. I just love to dance, so it's like I'm just conflicted in my brain. I just love everything.
Hey, goodies.
I didn't even say where I'm
Oh, my bad.
I didn't say where I'm from.
Hey, goodies. Sarah's not dead.
I didn't say where I'm from.
I was introing that part. All right, ready now. All right. Take two.
Actually. So, rewind. Yeah, so I am from Jamaica, but I also have been raised equally, I would say, in the U.S., more so Brooklyn side, like East Flatbush, you know. I was closer to like in between maybe Canarsie and like Crown Heights. I'll say I was like torn in between that. And yeah, the part of Jamaica that I come from is Portland, is more to the countryside. So yeah, that knows that the country gal them love food over one part and one bush. But yeah, I have a mixture of both, so that's why I just, love all cultures, to be honest. Let's go, T. Renee.
Hey guys, hey goodies and goodettes for the Monday. So, my name is Tara Renee. I am from Dominica, not Dominican Republic. Dominica. Yeah. Okay. And I also have some Southern in me. I actually graduated in South Carolina from high school, so I got the little Southern going on. But I have been training in dance hall since I was 16. Once I found it, I was just in love with it, and I kind of just like raised myself in their culture. So I kind of considered I am like Jamaican by adoption. Right? I'm a dance hall instructor, choreographer, as well as a soca instructor, choreographer. I've been teaching. This is going to be my second year teaching. And it's been a great experience. I grew up in the Bronx, New York. And yeah, that's who I am.
Awesome. Okay, so I would start off now with asking you guys. I know you guys probably been doing this for a while, but remembering why you started dancing, and at the time when you did begin, who inspired you, or who was one of your greatest inspirations at the time. So I don't know, whoever can start. I don't have a specific order, so yeah.
All right. So the reason why I started dancing has to do with a bit of the inspiration, so it comes together. I was really, really inspired by Michael Jackson and Beyonce, so that's where I kind of got just all types of inspiration from. I used to sit in the room for hours watching Michael Jackson, videos back to back, literally live. Yeah, replay, locked in my room. Another person that I was really, really inspired by was Beyonce. She, the whole single ladies movement. That's how I started dancing. Yeah, and those are the two people that inspired me the most. That's what's up.
That's so cool. I love Beyonce. Yo, so I could say when I first started dancing, it was more so like my mom put me in an extracurriculum. Like, okay, yeah, you're gonna go inside of this because you're not about to be outside every day. I'm sad after school. It was started off like that when I was really, really young, and I did more technical dancing, like ballet, tap, jazz, stuff like that. So at first it was really fun for me. I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't really have a purpose at that time, but I do remember everything, and I was really always so easy to learn with my eyes and stuff like that. So the most inspiration that I had at that time growing up that allowed me to start loving dancing, I'll say, is my actual dance teachers at the time. So it was just I was around that. I was around that energy. There is no people. I grew up with Paula. All of them are Black, obviously. It was a white-owned studio, but it was Black teachers, and it was a community of Black people in Canarsie, and it was more so of a private dance school. So the people in there was normal people just like me, and it was a big inspiration to see them come from actual students in the studio and become a teacher and then work there. So that was something that I was wow, I know these people and I dance with them and stuff like that. Paula's one, also Jasmine. Jasmine was in my life for a long time. She was there with me. That's my sister. They're some of the reasons why I even think to even know about dancing, period. So it allowed me to just have that confidence from then. And then once I hit maybe 12 or 13, I started to see that I was actually good at it. And then I started to gain a little bit more interest in it, where I would be okay, I will take this serious. And then I branched off eventually out of that studio, but that was a long 18 years I stayed there. So I just started teaching by myself 1 year ago solo, so start to something brand new.
Wait,
Yes.
did you mention who you're inspired by?
You saying who I was inspired by? Those people. I said call their name. Yeah, that's it. Of course, musicians. When I start listening to music, it's a whole list. I'm very the littlest thing you inspire me. I would not be around people that don't inspire me. A lot of things and a lot of people inspire me. Everywhere I go, if I see something that's different, that's not like me, I'm oh, I'm always, So the list goes on. But I said, I love Beyonce too much. You know what I mean? I love a lot of people. Everybody that's doing good. Everybody that's doing something that's wow, or relatable with me. I'm always inspired.
Okay. Yeah, so ever since I was little, I was always dancing and stuff like that. So my inspiration started off a little bit. They gradually built. So I have more than one inspiration. I said, I found dancehall at 16, but I told you guys, I've been dancing all my life. So that means I must have been doing something else before dancehall. So I was actually always entertained with dance overall, to the point where I was obsessed with even watching ice skating, watching ice figure skating. Yeah, that's not what you call an ice skater, but yeah. I was obsessed with watching that, just the way how they connected the ice skating with the music and the twirls and turns and stuff like that. I also loved watching jazz and things like that. Before I didn't really know the terminology for them but I just knew they were different. Like they were different levels to what it was, and jazz was one of the street jazz actually was one of the things that caught my attention. But when I was growing up, honestly, I was doing mostly like hip hop. I was the one like behind the laptop on YouTube doing like the Cat Daddy and Crank the Yank, and I was doing all of those things. And Superman, like I was wilding, like I was getting the light after school, like that's what And then there was twerking because, like I told you guys, I'm also from South Carolina, so it was always the we're gonna 1 2 1 2 doing the twerking and all of that stuff. And then at 16, I found dancehall. My inspiration at the time before I found dancehall though was Sierra. I'm not gonna lie, it was Sierra because like her whole swag and every song, every music video that she put out, she was dancing too, and she was bodying everything. She was bodying everything. She was on every wave, and even up to this day, she's still on it, and she's still killing it. Like she has not changed. She just got better. Like it's so dope. So she kind of still inspires me as well. She was very versatile, and that's another thing that I'm also big on too with myself. I always wanted to be versatile. Like I wanted to kill it at everything. Like if I can, I even tried to I tried to take a tap class, bro. I tried tap. What do I?
No, don't say that. You can start from
I mean, yeah, but it's like I was
thinking about that about
literally
myself too. That's like do anything, bro.
Anything I can get close to dancing, like I was there. Like we be in school, the teacher was like, "Yo, we got a new teacher. She gonna do ballet and tap." I was like, "Sign me up. You ain't even gotta finish. It's dance. I'm there. I don't care what we're doing. We could be doing square dancing. I'm coming.
Right.
Like it's lit." So it was actually a fun experience, and I got to learn a little bit of X-Men year, so I don't know. But yeah, I experienced it. It was fun. I would try again if I can. But yeah, so at 16, I found dancehall, and actually what inspired me were just honestly the people around me, because when I found dancehall, I didn't just was searching one day and I found it. Like I experienced it and found it and knew about it, learned about it all in that moment. So it wasn't like I was on YouTube one day and I came across something and I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? What song is this? Like literally it was like, yo, we going to a party.
Community.
We going out, we going to a party. And I was a little bit bad, so I had to sneak out to go to this party. So I snuck out, and I don't regret that day. Dad, I'm sorry, Mom, if you're watching. I don't regret that day because that day got me right here, right now, watching you. So it's like that day changed my life, man. Like my friend was like, "Yo, come, we're going to this party," and I went. I snuck out. I went to the party. Don't know what kind of party it was I was going to. I was one of those kids that was always on lockdown. So I was like shitting bricks. I'm like, oh my God, if I get caught, I'm dying. I'm dead. Like I didn't sneak out. So it was like one of those times. It was like come on. I had a bad influence, bad friend. She was like, come on, let's go. I'm like, I'm not supposed to. She was like, your mom's like, right. I'm like, all right, just this one time. Sorry, Mom. Again. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna try. I still got caught, but it was worth it. So we go to this party and I walk in and it's like a dark club. I'm like in movies on. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a movie, so let me act like, what have you seen on the movie? So I'm ready for some stomp it up, stomp the yard, some step it up vibe. I'm waiting for to see the crews and stuff. So I'm in the party and the music is different. So I'm like, okay, what is this? Like my dad's family's from Dominica, so I'm used to hearing the soca and calypso. I grew up on that too, so I already knew about the walking up and winding up and taking, having fun and happy and drinking. But soca and dance are two completely different worlds, in a way, because yes, they're both expressions, but they're different type of expressions. I feel like soca is more so happy, get drunk, stress free, have sex, make babies, right? Whereas dancehall is like, I'm tight right now. I have this to express myself. So it's like, shoot up the place. I can shoot. I have gun moves to do. Shut up, place. I'm angry right now. I can express that. I cannot go to no soca party tight, like walking up like you cannot look crazy. So it's like you have their part to be more aggressive and more like hardcore, and then there's also the sexy side of dancehall. We could just, you feel me? Like we have that nasty side of soca too, but dance will take it to another level. It's like I'm about to. It's a tutorial. I'm gonna show you how to skin out. This is how you separate it. Like it's more so. It's more vulgar. It's more raw, and it's like it's just you being you. And it's like not only that, but it's such a judgment-free zone. It's like you can literally just be yourself. You don't even have to know what you're doing. Like, so when I went, for example, I was at the party, right?
Going back to the story.
Going back to the story, guys. So I was at the party, and I realized, like, the groups that I saw there actually are some of the dancers that we now learn from today.
Wow.
That I saw for the first time. So, but they were in, well, one of them was in a different group at the time. I'm not going to call their names. They know who they are. I tell them all the time. They know who they are. So I seen these two groups in the party, and I'm like, yo, like, all right. And they had on their outfits. They was matching, but they swag it wasn't just like white shirt, jeans. It was like white shirt, jeans, and the accessories that they went in, like everything, socks way up yourself, pants down, 1 foot roll up, like, and they all was like that. Different color socks, but they all roll up same way. They just waiting for the cue. They just in the corner moving together. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, I'm like, yo, well, I need some girls. Like, this shit look lit. Like, I want to be, like, when can I sign up? And then there was another group. They was there, different outfits. Like, you literally can tell them apart because they was all, like, together. Like, if they was to split up right now and combine, I'd still know who was who because they were all, like, uniform. Like, it was so dope. And not only that, but they each had their own style. Like, something about them stuck out. So it was either this squad have a team with hats, all of them swag in different hats. This one have something with socks, them have the something rolled up and see the socks.
Exactly.
Like, it was always something with each group. So that stuck out to me too. And then I also got a piece of the dance hall piece out. Like, yo, my first party was like the best party to go to be introduced to dance. So I'm telling you, like, everything was there. Like, they were selling the herbs. Like, yo, everything was there. And I'm in the Bronx. I'm in the Bronx. Everything was there. Like, so then this girl, so mind you, my first dance hall party, I don't know what a head top is, never seen a head top in my life. She's there, she's wilding out. So I'm already like, yo, this girl's wilding. She's like a gym. She's going in. She's flipping, she's splitting, doing all of this, twerking her body. It's like, okay, I'm a fake, so this is how I got away, guys. Don't know what I'm doing, but you could do anything, judgment-free zone. So I'm there, and I'm like, I'm going to just twerk. I'm going to twerk to the beat. Like, I know how to go to the beat. I'm a sofa, wind up myself. And I was like, me get chewed. I'm like, oh, right. So I'm like, all right, I can hang, do this one thing. My girl come out with the chair. She got some boom on her head top on the chair. I never seen a head top in my head. Do you know, I stood there, and I was like, and we in the middle, we in the dance floor, you know. And she just there, boom. Like, I'm about to show you. And I'm like, but you are showing me, though. Like, how you do that? Like, I'm looking like, yo, this party is lit. Like, what is the next one? Yo, I kid you not, on everything I love. After that party, I went home. I was on YouTube every single day after that, looking up everything. I wanted to see more parties. I wanted to see more stuff. Like, I walled out. So my inspirations were Sierra in my time when I was doing like hip hop and stuff like that. And then when I found dancehall, my inspiration were just the people that were around me. And then when I did my further research, I found more inspirations from other artists that have been doing it and learning the history of the culture and understanding everything come together. And then even my friends that I'm around now, they actually inspire me a lot. Because at the end of the day, I'm not from Jamaica. So every time I learn something more about the culture from my friends that are from Jamaica, they inspire me so much to want to dig even deeper. So that's pretty much... Yeah, I just told a story, but yeah.
No,
Yeah, so they could understand. I don't want to say out and like understand. So what did that mean? You know, for real. Like, you don't want to say something.
Like, now I see Tara, I'm like, I know why Tara danced the way she did. I know why she interested in what she interested in. So now I don't need to apologize, but that's lit, and you guys are amazing. Just to let you guys, I'm just throwing that out there. But I know you guys have been doing this for a while. You know, you build your platform and whatnot. So what is it now that you feel that you can do, or like how do you see yourself giving back to your community through dance. It doesn't have to be through dance, but just how do you see yourself giving back to your community in a sense?
Personally, I see myself giving back to my community, especially the female community. I feel like my version of giving back is making people feel good and making people feel comfortable enough to train with me and to dance with me, and just what I like to call it is women's empowerment. I like to empower women to feel that way, if that makes sense. You know, I want them to embrace their femininity and just as a woman, just dance with their heart and just let the rest speak for itself.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah. And it's Women's History Month, so again, like,
Yes.
even if it's not Women's History Month, we should all just find a way to just continue to uplift each other.
Yes.
So yeah, we don't do it enough, or when we do it, it's to a certain specific group
Right.
of girls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, I agree.
That's one of the reasons. That's actually one of the reasons why I first started teaching like an all females class, because to be honest, like I could have taught any sort of class if I wanted to. You know what I mean? If I felt like it, because you're free to do what you feel like you want to do. So I was just like, I thought into it, and I was just like, I know that I'm good at this style, but I wasn't where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna be honest. So it kind of also helped me too. But I wanted to just focus on that as well as, agreeing with you, because I wanted to just empower them. Like, you know what I mean? Like in my way. Like at first I didn't go for it and say women empowerment. You know what I mean? I just was saying like, I know a lot of females, and a lot of the females that I know that dance and stuff like that is around a lot of males. Like you see how she's saying she went in the party and she's seeing a lot of men. Like they're always so dominant. You know what I mean? I had brothers, so it's like it never fazed me. I never was like a person that was intimidated by no man. Like any of that energy to me, I was just like, okay, it never made me feel no way.
Right.
But a lot of other women are not like that.
Right.
They're more strong around each other. They feel more comfortable with us. They're not strong around them. It's like they kind of feel like a little, or they act different. You know what I mean? So I wanted to just encourage them to like, be free and do what they want to do. So that's just me agreeing with what you said. What I want to do to give back, I'll say like my long-term goal from since I was a little kid was always like to have a dance studio. So I feel like that's automatically like some sort of, giving to others. Because, it's going to be for the rest of the generations. It's going to be time to come. It's going to be like a worldwide thing. Like I want it to be everywhere. You know what I mean? But I want to make that stamp with myself first. So that's like a long-term goal. Like maybe like if I learn about it in like 5 years, I'll do it right now. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I want to take that time out to like share my energy with like everybody, like all over the world. And then, eventually after everybody feels that, I could teach way more other people, and then they'll have the power to, obviously because it will be ran by a whole bunch of great people, including me. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be like I'll share that with them, and then everything will just live on from there through dancing. I think it would be really nice to like, have my name somewhere. Dance studio living forever. 100 years later.
Yeah, that
You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's my last name right there. You know what I mean? And it's still going on. And it's, that was always like a big dream of mine when I was a kid. Like, I was a part of the studio,
Right.
Somebody had that to say that was there. So I'm like, wow.
And that was your start. That was where you started. So
that's something that I just want to do for other kids too, and even for my culture, because like I had both. I had the technical side and I had the street side, which was my real culture, which is Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like I had the opportunity to be there, be in the streets, do certain stuff. Like when I got older, obviously, I was like a church girl at a point with my mom, so it was like I couldn't really go to the dance hall party, but the culture was always around me. So it was like I always felt that, and I just wanted to be a place where we could do everything, like every street style. Anything, like I will hire them people to teach, like from all over the world. You get a taste of everything. Dance is just a way of expression. I feel like any genre of dancing, like you know what I mean. Dancing is just everything. I mean, that's the best. No, number one. Top of the list. Dancing,
lady. So Tara, what about you?
Yeah, so one of the things that I would do to like that are in the works to one day open up a studio for not just like over on general, like just here, but giving back would be me opening up a studio in Dominica and in South Carolina where those girls can go and guys too as well because I am a versatile dancer, so I support all style. So I want them to have just a home just to go and dance. But I want to be successful in the sense where I can pretty much just create the home for them and they can just come and just have an outlet because it's kind of hard in Dominica personally from my perspective and from a few people that I speak with to really dance and there's not really dance classes going on or anything like that and for me it's very hard to go back and to come because so like it's very very expensive but I definitely want to have an outlet just for them to dance and stuff like that. Like I always want to eventually go home and just have like a class where they could just come, like just free class, and y'all just come and have like to dance because we don't. It's very hard for us to like really kind of express ourselves in that way in that style of dancing because to be honest, our grandparents and our parents
With it.
my
We
fellow
not.
Dominicans know what I'm talking about. Like, it can get very, I don't want to be straightforward, judgmental. I went through a lot of that and even still go through that sometimes. It gets very judgmental, which kind of makes it so hard for you to dance the way you want and be free and express yourself. Where it's like majority of the community is gonna judge you like, oh, why you dancing that way? Or why you doing this? Why you doing that? What's that doing for you? Go be something great. Go to school. Go to school. Get a book.
Be a
Like
lawyer.
it's so hard, and there's a lot of us, and to be in Dominica, growing up is like it's very strict. Yes, we grew up with manners and everything, and we're smart and all of that. But when it comes to like dancing wise, it's like you can line up and stuff. You're more likely to do pageants
Okay.
than just
I
no for real.
understand. I
Like
know
we
some
have
girls like that too. In fact, they can't do
yeah.
nothing.
Exactly. So have pageants. Everybody wants to be the first lady of Dominica. You know, my shout out to my cousin because she actually won. But you know, like you actually want to be like it's more so directed to dressing up, being pretty in pageants and being beautiful and being an elegant lady and respectable woman versus like, oh yeah, she's a lit soca instructor or she's you
Yeah,
know
they just not
she
proud
can
of
wind
that.
up and
That's
stuff.
true.
It's like they wouldn't really support that as much. They'll be like, oh yeah, she do that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like and I know so many girls that's like me that's there that want to dance, and I so like want to come there and just have a class for you guys to come and feel like y'all at home and y'all should just be free. Like you could just do whatever. Like mom ain't here. Like I can go real quick. I got somewhere that I can just wall out. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna say hopefully or it's going to happen. So I will be coming back home soon and we will be getting lit. And in South Carolina it's the same thing. There are studios there, but they're mostly like professional studios. So it's like you have to be in a program or something like that, or you have somebody on the side trying to one thing, like a little twerk session or whatever, which sometimes usually dies out. And being that I went to school in South Carolina, I know it's so slow out there. And there's so much talent. I mean, like everybody's lit. Like when it comes to dancing, like hip hop, because there's nothing to do. Like we literally sit there. That's honestly how I even learned how to head top. When I was in South Carolina, there was nothing to do. I was practicing every day. And I'm the only one in my house that knew about dancehall and everything and knew what the fuck a head top was. So they looking at me like, what are you trying to do every day? You in the damn living room, upside down and bouncing up and hurting yourself. You gonna break up your neck. Like they used to done me, and I'm just like, no, but I'm gonna catch the trick though. Like I'm gonna catch this trick. It's called head top. Look it up on YouTube. Y'all can watch it later. So I like it's nothing else to do. So you just sit there and you learn and dance this and in the house. And we come together sometimes. My friends will come together. Even my brother, they still do it now. Like they link up and they just be chilling in the house and they just be dancing, having fun. But they be killing it. And it's like there's nowhere for them to really express that. Yes, we would do like videos, like phone videos and stuff. But other than that, it's like it's hard and worse if you don't have a card. You're not going nowhere. It's you, your friends that's in the area, and that's it. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Whatever that's not walking distance is clip. So there's literally nothing to do, and I feel like for them to have a class, for them to at least have somewhere where they can go and have fun. Because I'm telling you, no matter if it was a party, a house party, that house party ran out. Why? Because we all kids, we want to do something, we want to be active, we want to dance, to the point where we in the trailer. In a trailer, 50 people.
You bugging out.
Like it's
That's
that real.
so
Like
like
everybody,
South
and mind
Carolina
you,
stuff.
like I was in Manning and Sumter's about something
Hard
South
with the
Carolina
story.
is about. I'm sorry, but something South Carolina is like maybe 40 minutes, or maybe no, I'm lying. That's probably like I think it was like about an hour, 2 hours. I could be wrong, but it's the distance to get there. If that house party is in Sumter, we driving in 2 hours. Ain't nothing else to do. We're gonna be sitting here for 4 hours, and them two, we could have used 2 hours to get there and be lit for the other 2 hours. We sat here both for 4. Like, so we're gonna go. So that's why I know, like, if we had a studio out there, if I could get a studio out there and find someone to even connect with, if you're watching this and you have the link, hit me up. Like, I'm literally trying to find somewhere where my brother and his friends can have somewhere to go, because my brother's still out there. He stayed. I moved back to New York after I graduated high school. So I want them to have somewhere to, to dance and be able to do all that stuff. So if I have to give back, when I get back home, I'm going to have studios in Dominica and in South Carolina first before I even have one in New York. So, yeah.
Somebody said, same thing in Connecticut, literally sounds just like being. So I guess she goes to
You understand the struggle. I know the suburbs out there. My aunt lives out there. It's the same way. It's the same way. It's very slow. It's very quiet. Like South Carolina, Connecticut, those places, Virginia. Like going out there is like where you would retire and you want to relax. That's why we're so tormented and everybody just getting lit all the time because ain't nothing else to do as kids. And that's why it's also good to go to school though.
Slow.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, like New York go fast, but going out there to go to school was lit because it's like there's nothing else to do, so you're gonna wanna be involved in school activities and get involved in sports and stuff. So that's why it's so strong out there because that's the only thing to do. But dance wise, it's like
at the bottom of the list.
It's like
we're making it.
The only place in the South that I'll say is for young people probably would be like Georgia, Atlanta. Because it's fast, like the city, and it's always stuff to do. Like it's mad things to get into, but everywhere else is like really, really slow. Like when you're in the country, it's like nothing. You're lucky if you got reception on your phone, though. Like it's
oh my god,
it's a rough. That's serious. I think it's a joke. If I go home right now and go home in the corner, I'm not getting no calls. I gotta go to the living room and see what's up. It's good.
No, that's the word. That's the word. Like, especially when you're creative and you just like to create and just living in those type of like it's like you're in a house like I done made trees, I done made this, I done did all of this. I want to do so much more. So I definitely think helping communities like that and building those type of things where people are constantly active and still doing something and a way to be creative. So. That's dope, guys. And you all are gonna build your own studio. I'm putting it into the air.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. It's definitely my
good.
That's about to manifest. Cause let me tell you,
manifest.
Since going back to school.
Yes.
And I must get that bachelor's in business, and we want to put it to work in everything that I'm about to learn. I'm giving it to her. All right. Every time we speak, even Kinky, she hit me up and got a question. Like, no, but I mean, I'm gonna ask my professor right now. I got you. Like. I'm going to school for all of us. Like, it's about to get real. Like, for real.
Yeah. So I guess now to wrap it up, I'll just ask you guys, with the corona, going on and the Rona, the Rona, and dance agency doing this. Do you have any advice or anything for other dancers right now that's going through it, or anything that you want to tell people right now that's going through it? Just somewhere to positivity to end it all.
I would tell those people who are at home right now. I know a lot of people are feeling like anxiety right now. They don't know what the hell is going on. They just confused. You don't know what to do. You just stuck in the house. You bored. I say work out. Make sure you get a work even if it's just a 20-minute workout. or yoga, do that 3 times a week or 4 times. The more you can do it, the better. I say that's like, those are stress relievers, and it's something that you can do to take your mind off of things. What else? You could videotape yourself dancing, because I know a lot of us like to see ourselves on camera, especially a lot of the dancers this age, because you guys love coming to class for, you know, the videos. So why not?
Put that to use right now.
Yeah, put that to use right now. So
Exactly.
just set up your phone in the corner, dance, watch yourself, critique yourself, see what you're doing wrong, and correct it. So you can do that. Practice cooking. A lot of millennials don't know how to cook.
About that kind of coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of millennials don't know how to cook. So I could say use this time to do cookbooks, Google, YouTube, everything. Teach yourself how to cook. Yeah.
But the queue ain't gonna last for too long.
That's my advice.
Can't be cute and hungry.
True.
Yeah, we can't even go to the grocery. Well, we could go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But we can't go out anymore. So how are you gonna eat?
Exactly.
What you gonna do?
Learn off a cook, girl.
Ramen noodles soon done. What y'all
Learn
gonna
off a cook, girl.
Like,
Learn off a cook, girl.
Cookie, what you gotta say?
Well, everybody who know me know that I'm spiritual, so I just feel like through this time we just have faith. That's something that I always have. I'm not a super duper church girl, but I do believe in a higher power. So I feel like everything happened for a reason. Just pray. You know what I mean? Through any times, just pray. That's my first instinct when I'm like freaking out or something like that, you know. So I feel like I'll give that advice to you. That's what I do. If you want to take that and, you know, use that as well. I talk like I'm talking to you right now. I just have a conversation. I'm not like super like terms and going into tongues. No, you know what I mean? I just ask for, you know, what's best. Just to take the wheel, you know what I mean? Just think about it as it's always gonna be a better ending. You know what I mean? There's always a light somewhere at the end. You might be walking forever, but it's like, you know. I also advise you to stay active. So yeah, basically everything that Kinky does said. Stay active, do everything, you know what I mean? Move around, you know what I mean? Save money by cooking. So that's a good advice too. I agree with that. I should do that.
yo, YouTube got everything. Look at that shit up.
And practice more like maybe, you know, alone time. Like I said, praying is a part of that too. Meditate, you know, and start manifesting things. Maybe this is a time for us to just relax and just get out all of our brains together before we go back into that crazy world. Maybe this is the time to do that as well.
When it's rolling free.
And also me, I'm big on family. So anybody that you feel like is around you that's family to you or that you care about, just have them close. Tell them you love them or something. Go see them real quick. Because you never know what's going to happen right now. So, and stay positive. That's it. If you know something's going crazy right now, just think of something. Okay, this is going to be better tomorrow.
Right.
And think about something positive in those moments.
Facts. And just like, I agree with what they both said. So I'm just gonna add on, like, do exactly what Kiki said. Focus on those things, practice, critique yourself, train at home, learn how to cook. What Cookie said, keep the faith, pray, reach out to family that you haven't spoken to in a while. We all get busy in our everyday life. Our everyday life got put on a standstill. Everything happens for a reason. Turn it into something positive. Reach out to that family member that you barely get to talk to all the time, because every time they hit you up, you have to reply with, hey, I'm busy, I'm at work, I'm going to link you back later. Guess what? You're home now. You don't know. You have that conversation. Like, have that conversation now. You should probably pick up the phone right now. And I'm about to have, as I'm saying that, 30 people about to call me like, all right, so since you so free now about that conversation that you were talking about online, because I felt like that was a sub, right? So don't worry, I'm gonna send out some text.
It's 20 hours.
Even that, like, to add on to that, whoa, I don't know what that was. Adding on to that, I feel like you guys should focus on another tactic. So don't so much as take this as an opportunity of stress. Like, okay, how am I going to pay my bills? Nothing's come up. I'm stressed out. I can't go to work. I can't do nothing. I barely have food in the house. Like, this is the time to experiment and unlock different levels and find out more about yourself that you did not know.
Yeah.
So literally just find something random. Like, yo, I always wanted to learn how to wrestle. I be watching them shows. They be lit on WWE. I'm about to look up the first posture on how to get started to be a wrestler. Like, just start doing random stuff until you find something. Or go back to when maybe you used to sing songs or write music all the time. Pick that book up, blow that dust off that book, and be like, I'm going to finish this song from 6th grade. Like, really play around with your talent, like, different things, and, like, try to figure out a way to make it work now. Like, try to turn those hobbies in that you used to have before you became that robot that was at work 9 to 5 every day, and try to turn that into maybe even a side hustle. When you go back to work, you still making money on the side from your hobby that you turned into a profession. Learn more about it, and, like, get more into depth about other things. Learn more about yourself. Like, there's other ways to be successful. There's other ways. So don't sit there and stress. Like, take every L, turn it this way, and add another one.
Right.
All right? All right, guys. All right? Because guess what? That's just
We need another one. And I got another one today. So guess what?
God gave us this for a reason, because everything's a puzzle piece. We work together.
Hey.
We take his blessings and we manifest them and turn them into our reality. So you can get a lot of blessings and ignore them. If you're not ignoring them, you're turning into your everyday life. So take that L and turn that shit into a W. There's always something out there to benefit on. You like wearing socks? Learn how to make your own socks. Start selling socks on IG, anywhere. You just got a side hustle. Now you get $5 every 2 weeks.
Right.
I don't know. It's something. You can start somewhere. Like, turn, like, this. Don't stress yourself out. Like, with these
Rapper, you
things,
can't go to the studio, turn to a poet now.
like, just do not stress. Everything happens for a reason. Like, even if you don't have no where to turn or no ideas or nothing, you feel blank, it's all right. It's gonna come to you. Just have faith. Just stay positive. Wake up every day. Make it to you. You don't got nothing to do. You don't know what's about to happen next, but you sitting there mad happy with your teeth. I'm gonna have a good day. You sitting there watching TV all day. But guess what? I'm happy though. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. I'm gonna go do a facial. I'm gonna find stuff to do to keep myself busy. And when that time comes, it's gonna hit you. Just patience is really, really could be our friend and enemy at the same time. Like, just be patient. Sometimes I have moments where I'm just inside and I'm like, there's literally, I'm like, my mind is blank. I have no type of motivation and I'm just there. But I'm upset because I don't have no type of, like, I'm not doing nothing and I don't know what to do. I'm upset that I don't have nothing to do and it's just like, all right, let me find something else on Netflix. But it's like, that comes with patience because it can get tedious. Like, it can really be a battle because that patience can really feel like you're feeling frustrated. Like, yo, when am I gonna figure out what I want to do? Like, with all this time off, like, just be patient and stress free. It's like you can literally sink into depression or make yourself sick. Like, just stay positive. It's going to come. Like, you just have to believe it, and it's gonna come to you. There's no sense in being there mad, stressful, worried about something else. Like, I'm gonna close out with this. I seen a meme on Instagram before, and it was basically saying like, don't stress yourself out. Don't stress about something before it happens because you're putting yourself through it twice.
Exactly.
So if I'm sitting here worried about the fact that I'm stressed out because I don't got nothing to do tomorrow and I don't know what I'm gonna do, when tomorrow come now and I don't got nothing to do, I'm even more stressed out and I'm even more like frustrated now because I done stressed about it for more than 24. For 48 hours, I stressed about what I was gonna do for 24. And I wasted a whole 24 hours when I could have just been mad positive and I probably would have went into the next day with that positive energy, even though I know I ain't got shit to do. And by the middle of the day, everything just changed. Everything just changed. Like, boom, I just found something. What? Like, so just be positive, be patient, and everything will happen.
See that?
According to what you have to do. Take this. And another one. So.
Bye. Just clap it up for you guys. Today was a good day. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are good. From classes to winning. Make sure you guys tune in to Dancer Agency IG. Subscribe. subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know you can't see me talking right now and you hear my voice. Clap once. But yeah, guys, tune in Dancer Agency. We have all week classes. Thank
You already know what's up.
Tune in. Wednesday, soca. I'm teaching soca.
Every day.
Wednesday, I'm teaching soca class.
Every day.
Lit.
Like a TV show.
Every day like a TV show at
Tune in.
Action.